What's your schedule this week? I need you to record something for me.
Hey, this is Reese Royal on Little Raleigh Radio with the Royal Truth, featuring beautiful co-host, Miss Aisha Anderson. So, as always, let's get to it. Hey, kings and queens. This is Reese Royal on Little Raleigh Radio with the Royal Truth. And I am so excited for this show. We got a great show for you today. Shout out first to StreamYard because they made us amazingly a new upgrade. So we were able to present everybody in such a different way. But as the show always supposed to start, let me get there first. Okay, as always, our mission is to be informed with accurate knowledge, never to direct, but only guide you towards the truth. Let me thank God for life and opportunity for all of us to come together. A shout out, of course, to Linda B. I love you. And let me also say music and playlist by music director Puma Kazi. But now, let's see what we got. Everybody up in the house. I mean, everybody came and everybody is ready to go. And I first want to go say and mention, of course, my queen. Because Queen Aisha is here. And I forgot to get you there. Yeah. Can we hear you? Okay, then we're good to go now. Queen, can we hear you? There we
I
go.
can hear you. Hey, everybody.
All right. And then, of course, my brother over there, Mr. Royal T. He's actually up in the house here, showing what he always trying to show. There we go. And there we go, Mr. Tony B. Up there, you see what he's showing. But y'all, look, we got also that's the true squad. That's the true squad for you right there. That's the true squad. Okay, but also, we got to play in here. We got Mr. Troy G. Look at him in Chicago. He's up in the house. And also a honorary member who just surprised me today and made his way here, Kelly P. Kelly P is up in the house as well.
How you doing?
Y'all, we're all here together, and I'm so happy to have my team with me right now. And as we get started, as our queen has did it, we got it together. She got the question of the day. And our question of the day, she sent it over, and let me get it up here for you all. And the question is, with monkeypox numbers growing rapidly and the new strand of COVID, do you think we'll have another shutdown? Man, I mean, you know what? I didn't even think about that part of it. And especially when I found out, I did hear a little bit about the monkeypox being, a majority of those cases are actually in New York, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? Y'all know about that?
I think there is one case here in North Carolina.
Yeah, it's one case here.
One. Well, no, it was 3. Remember the last time we had the show? I was telling you there was actually 1 in Wake County, but right. 3 in North Carolina total at this particular moment.
Yeah, I know it's 3, and then I think is it mostly among homosexual males, or is that?
I didn't hear that. Is that supposed to be the case?
I've heard.
I didn't hear that part of it.
I've seen it on, I believe, CNN. I think it was saying that most of the cases, like 90% of the cases, are unprotected sex among males. So,
okay.
For messing with the monkeys?
That's when I seen it on the thing. I was
like,
oh my God.
I was Reese,
so what now?
I'll send it to you. I ain't making up nothing.
Yeah, I mean, send that to me because I actually had not heard that. I remember we were telling the story earlier about someone claiming they got in. I said they didn't have sex with the person. And we said, okay, what was that all about? But in all honesty, I don't know. I'm not sure. I have no idea that.
So one monkey can't stop the whole show.
It sounds like it could. You all, like you said, this is actual. Remember the question. Let me see. Can I get it with? Does it? Yeah, puts it up here. With monkeypox numbers growing rapidly and the new strand of COVID, do you think we will have another shutdown? All right, we're gonna take a little time. If you had to think about that, I had anybody respond. Kelly P, do you have something to say, sir?
No, it ain't gonna be no other shutdown.
You don't think so?
I know not.
And why would you say that?
Let me tell you something. We never really had an official shutdown. Otherwise, all those people wouldn't have died.
Tell it.
We never really had it. And when you say shut, let me tell you something. When you say shut down, lights out, Ain't nothing happening. We wouldn't have been here, but it's for the fact that they didn't do no real shutdown. You shut down the whole damn planet,
Yeah,
at least America.
there wasn't a shutdown.
I kind of agree. I agree with Kelly P, because if you looked at some of the videos when we had that quote unquote shutdown, some of these other countries that did the shutdowns, you saw their law enforcement in action. I mean, I'm talking about people were getting whipped. They were getting whipped in the street by the police. Well, we don't need no more whippings on this end. But yeah, they were actually making, people go in the house. So, I don't think they were really, really doing that here. People were going to jail. They were taking people to jail in these other countries,
Okay. Now you're right, because they were against actually doing it in the first place. We were in that transition period. We'll call it that. This particular moment, a transition period. So it was where it wasn't being done properly, but we were trying to get on the right road. So we didn't have one before. We probably wouldn't be smart enough to do it now, and we're in so much a dire so many other things right now. I don't even see how it would be a good cause to even try that for our country, our economy right now at all. Because I don't know what is right now, the situation with inflation. I don't know why I look at it so differently. It look like, okay, all these rich people got richer, and instead of them trying to help make things easier, they wanted to make more money, so they just raised their prices. That's kind of how I saw it. I didn't see it any other way. But no, we're not going to kill it. We're not going to kill it. You know what the question is? If you're actually watching, and that's the thing. Again, another shout out to StreamYard, because like we're live right now on our own the Royal Truth YouTube channel. We're live right now on Reese Royals YouTube channel. We are live right now on Royal Truth Entertainment's Facebook page, live in all aspects of all of them, so anyone can watch us from all angles as well. Please still go to claimyourthrone.org and hit quick links, and you'll be able to watch us there as well. But we're going to take a quick break. I was going to put a few songs here, and I decided to put this song here because I plan to try to attack this song this weekend if I can. So we're going to take a little break real quick and play this song here, and we'll come back, of course, with local and national news. So if you know this song, enjoy it, and we'll be right back.
What you attacked?
Okay, I don't want that thing to actually know. I don't want us to be cut off or removed from any particular place on the first day and the first time we do the show. I do not want to be removed. So I'm guaranteeing you I'm going to be doing the 8-second rule to the fullest to make sure we do not cover anything where they're going to take us down, because I am so excited about this new show. I'm so excited on how it's actually set up, man. It's really so much fun. It let all the work away from me, because I was telling everybody, I was telling Troy and Kelly P earlier that, when the virus happened, that's when we stopped coming in office, Queen, together in here. And so everything had to be done by yourself in here. And then we expanded ourselves from just being on the radio to trying to do a podcast. So I'm recording, I'm doing live, I'm trying to do the board, and then everything's in angles. And it was also trying to have substance. And it was just so much work. And then we always had a problem. Like my brother was saying, what I had before, mute yourself so I'm not echoing and all this problem, this, that, and other. We're not having these problems anymore. So I really, 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 really like this thing.
And for those that are listening, just the FYI, I know brother said we're gonna take a break and he's gonna play some music. So those that want to hear the music, you also can go to Little Raleigh Radio.org if you want to hear the music, because once again, we don't want to get kicked off of this StreamYard for not owning the rights to certain music. So just so you all know, when we're talking like this in this setting and he's playing music, you can also hear the music on Little Raleigh Radio.
Right.
Check and see if you can hear everybody.
So what now?
Have you gone to the website to check if you can hear everybody?
You know what? I haven't. That might be a good idea. Let's go check and see what we got going on over there and see if it's right. I don't know.
Troy, you trying to step into your engineer role again?
I was fired.
That sound like one of the questions you would have asked us in the studio.
Don't it? I agree.
Sorry.
I do agree.
So I'm just trying to maybe I can get my job back later.
But look, Troy. I was just telling, bro. I missed old Sean. Sean from Martin, the engineer. On the show.
I said, what? What you say, bro? I was
Right.
looking at it, and it looks so good. Oh my god, it looks so cool, man. It is so hot. I really like this. This is so much
He
fun.
just bowled right over that T.
I
He
missed.
really did. He
I
really
missed.
did.
What happened?
Be getting my
I,
job.
I said I missed the old Sean from Martin. I miss our engineer. We needed our engineer from Martin. He was taking care of everything.
15 minutes. 15 minutes. Move that cup.
Yeah, I was about
Move
to
that
say,
cup.
I missed the clock, Troy. I missed the clock that you used to shove in our face when we went overtime.
15 minutes.
You know,
15 minutes.
it's a personnel thing with management. I'll figure it out.
Okay. I'm gonna write you a letter of recommendation. I'll write you a letter of recommendation.
I
The
appreciate that.
song is
No
ending,
problem.
so I will end you all right now. Sorry, but give me back.
See?
I like that style.
Queen, we got to meet this week though. We got to talk.
All right, just let me know.
Kings and Queens, this is Reese Roy on Little Raleigh Radio with the Royal Truth, and that was Color Me Bad with I Want to Sex You Up. And I am, like I said, I'm gonna make an effort to try to attack that song this weekend. If you come out to the show, you'll get to see Troy G and I both to get into a little bit of My Senorita, and then you also, he's not here, but I'm gonna give him a shout out anyway. It's Jawan Caps, that's our headliner doing the show that night as well. And also, if I'm not mistaken, as Mateo, I'm not sure exactly what the other artists on there. We'll get to that when we get to announcements. But now I get to take a moment, you all. Let's get into the news of the day here. Let's go into entertainment. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Local news. All right, my bad. Local news. That's when we're gonna go at this point here. And actually, there we go. Let me see. Let's see what this thing's saying. Right. Okay. Yes. North Carolina high school coach, former NFL player, found dead in Raleigh hotel. This story kind of also hits a little hard because I know a little bit more about this story because I know someone that actually knows him. His name is actually Mr. Charles Johnson. He was a former Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver, drafted in the 17th round overall and for the Steelers in 1984. 5 years spent with the Pittsburgh. He played with Philadelphia Eagles from 1999 to 2000, and then New England Patriots in 2001 and Buffalo Bills in 2002. So, and this is where the reason why I bring this story up. I mean, I'm trying to do better with that because I also got some direction from a person who who supported me, and I appreciate him because he's saying, "Look, show you trying to make this happen." Anyway, back to the point. The reason why I brought this story up is because it was a welfare check that he was found. He wasn't there for days; he was there for weeks before they found him. It kind of upset me because number one, it took them a welfare check. It took them that long to actually find him in the state that he was in, and that's kind of sad. I mean, and for what he's done, what accomplishments he made in his life, I just feel like it's just unfortunate that that happened. So again, anyone, I mean, and I know someone who knows him, so it was unfortunate. Then his family had just not heard from him in over 3 weeks, and then somebody went and checked and found him in the hotel, and he was living at that hotel. It wasn't just a chilling at the hotel; he lived at that hotel.
Yeah, but him living in there, you say he was there for weeks and
Yes.
no one knew what was going on. Nobody smelt what weeks smelt like. I'm just saying, housekeepers or not, somebody smelt weeks. You may not smell days, but somebody smelt weeks.
I agree. I agree. It's unfortunate. I mean, Queen, do you have any words for us?
This is my first time hearing about the story, but I kind of agree with Tony. Like, what took so long? And have they even declared like what happened? Like, what's the cause of his death?
No, I don't know about that clarity yet either. But that also brought up if somebody. I mean, all you hear when we take a moment to the next topic as I go into that, check into this, y'all. I heard and I read. I didn't get to read the whole article. The entire North Carolina Police Department in Johnson County, a division, quit.
Kinley.
Is it Kinley? Johnson County?
Yeah.
Tell you know about it? Tell us about it.
a city manager. She was coming from, I think, Pennsylvania, somewhere in Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania, and was wrongfully fired. So she sued the police department and won because they wrongfully terminated because she was black. And she was hired in Kentucky. Less than, I think, 2 weeks in, everybody quit. The police chief, um, secretary, officers. They're operating on like three part-time officers right now in Kenley, North Carolina. And so they're claiming it's a hostile work environment. So really, no one knows. There's no evidence that there is a hostile environment. So it's kind of up in the air right now whether it's they quit because they hired a black city manager or if she really is just a piece of work.
Okay, so there's no clarity. I did. That's the thing. What I got to see was a little bit that there was somebody hired or somebody working there, and it all focused around that person.
Mm,
But I didn't know what the reason why a whole police department would resign such as that. So that kind of threw me off.
she's the only black employee, white,
So
and then
race may really have something to do with this.
race may be a thing where they could be upset. Last,
Your phone is going. Your line is going in and out. So I'm gonna play with that in a minute. We'll get some more when I play another song. But y'all, the next topic for national news. This story kind of got me because I mean, I'm blessed to have the family how I got my family, but at the same time here, this young man questions his ability to live or deserve to live. Teen admits to killing his mother and three siblings before being overpowered by his wounded father. Now, that's just the way they started these stories. So it made me go pay attention and read about it. And it's just one part of the line. I mean, it's methodical, so I'm not going to give you the line blow for blow, but just a little bit about it. Okay, on 17 January 2020, this 16-year-old, okay, he waited for over 5 hour period of time at his family home as each one came home from school and from work and killed his family members. Only one brother lived, and the father overpowered him. He tried to kill the father. He didn't kill the father, but he killed his mother. He killed his little brother. He killed his two sisters. He didn't kill his one older brother and his father, but his effort and his plans was to kill that whole entire family. And he got I'm sorry, and he was sentenced to what? I'm sorry, his sentencing will be December 7th. So he's not been sentenced yet. He just, I think, has been found guilty on that. Does anybody have anything to say about this young man?
mental.
It's sad.
Queen?
I said it's sad. Like it's just sad that lives was lost, and it just kind of brings up that topic that we discussed many times about mental health and mental health illness in this
Exactly.
situation. Like my question is always, I'm sad to hear that people lost their lives and not really knowing his mindset behind it.
Yes. And see, he was he unapologetic. You know what I'm saying? He was literally, they were going to the hospital and he is still just confessing that he had killed all his siblings and he wanted to complete his plan.
Well, he definitely planned it because he waited for 5 hours. So this is something he planned.
Yes. I mean, he actually said, and that's a set to plan to kill your family in that manner, just sitting there with a gun, waiting for them. And I'm with you on that. That's only another reason I brought the story up is because of mental health. What would you say, Tony?
Did he skip school?
Yeah, 16. Yeah,
Had to.
he had to.
He waited.
He's what trips me out because the times of how he skipped school and was at the house with the parents that he killed.
No, he waited. He waited for them to come home. Nobody was home. Yeah.
He just waited as they came home. You're right. What happened was he didn't go to school. Everybody went to work and went to school. And as they all returned home from school and work, he was killing them one by one. I mean, the only one that's killed at the same time was the two sisters. But the brother was already killed. The mother was already killed when she got home from work. He was just shooting him in the head. and then the two sisters came. The 17-year-old sister and the 12-year-old sister came. He killed them. But when the father came home, he couldn't overpower his father, and that's the only reason why he didn't kill his father and his last brother. That's the only reason. And the mental health is where I am with that as well. I mean, I was having a conversation. And the funny thing is, somebody on this panel, somebody is one of the individuals I had this conversation with, and they were saying, I want to deal with mental health, and said, well, what need would it? What's the need when most of the guns that are being sold are so illegal? I said, well, still, let's work on the mental health. Well, still, the mental health will still be to get an illegal gun. Yeah, but if we work on mental health, maybe we can chip a little bit off this big rock and stop one of those shootings at a supermarket, at a school, or at a church, or something in that nature. That's
Let me say something to you.
Go ahead, Kelly P.
Let me say something. Let me just make a very powerful point. This country don't want to get rid of its guns. No. This country loves and celebrates death. You may not like it, but prove me wrong. Let me tell you something about agreement is not a prerequisite of truth. I'm telling the truth.
All right now.
On royal truth.
Okay. Now, you're right. My beginning line should have been the fact that the lobbyists are controlling all the congressmen, so in turn, guns are going to always have that power.
An AR weapon. How many mass shootings have we had since you heard the spectacularness that is me, Kelly P? When was the last time you looked at the news and didn't see a mass shooting? An automatic rifle on the street. Here's the deal. Now watch this. If I catch you, Troy.
Yes, sir.
G, then the G stands for gun. If I catch you with a gun and you don't have no way to prove that it's yours legally, and I give your ass 25 years and I let everybody know it, we ain't asking no questions. See, it got to be strong. Unfortunately, we also know that race will be wrapped up on it. So just like they had the war on drugs, the war on guns, they'll chop that up and it'd be the war on black people with guns.
Yep.
I would love to believe otherwise, but I know better. But if they strengthen the way that a person is able to get a weapon, I should have a psychological exam. My history and health records should be closely studied before I am given something that can murder another person.
No, that's a fact.
So with that being said, and I like everything you said, Kelly P. And just so everybody knows, I'm that person on the panel that he was talking about. We had this conversation. So my biggest thing with that is, what is it going to solve? Even if we give these members or these people psychological evaluations, because if you're getting a gun illegally, you're getting a gun illegally.
Right. So no, I agree. I'm with you on that.
So no matter what, people are going to still, you can make all these laws and make it harder for people, honest, hardworking people that really want to protect their families and have a gun in their house. You're making it harder for them to get their protection for their home. And at the same time, these people are still gonna get out there and get the guns the way they want to get them.
Well, here's my question. Here's my question to you, Royalty.
Yes.
So what is the risk? What is greater? Because there's a price to pay at the till. Is the price that you get an individual that's able to get a weapon and mass shoot 100 people, and we got all of this murder happening? Or do we regulate weaponry in such a way that really nobody has them? If you're not a law enforcement officer in the military or at war, should you have a weapon at all? When you consider, hell, in England, they got billy clubs. They don't have a lot of mass shootings and murders in other countries like we do. Why? Because America loves death. And it's a billion-dollar industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry when you come to weapons. Now you digging in somebody's pocket.
Kelly, now I agree to a certain extent. Kelly P, can you hear me?
I hear you just fine, sir. Speak,
Right.
speak, speak.
I agree with you to a certain extent, but I also understand T's point. First the thing we need to recognize with this whole gun thing is that law-abiding citizens are not going to Harry's gun shop, Eagle One gun shop, which are local gun shops, buying weapons with their ID and all of these things to go commit mass shootings because the weapons have serial numbers that will trace them. So that's the first thing. We
Okay.
limit those opportunities for law-abiding citizens. Second thing is that when you have mass shootings, usually there are other parties involved. Prime example, the kid that went and shot up the school in Texas.
Right.
Uh, excuse me, that went and shot up the grocery store in Buffalo. This
Mm-hmm.
man was 18 years old. When you look at the weaponry that he had two AR rifles and
Mm,
three
mm,
handguns,
mm, mm,
right?
mm, mm.
Had over 7,000 rounds of ammunition.
Mm.
That when you look at the cost of all of this, you're talking about $5,000 to $6,000 worth of weapon and artillery. Where or ammunition, excuse me. Where is an 18-year-old kid getting that money from? So
Right, right. I see where you're going.
what that lets you know is that when you have these mass shootings, it is not always so cut and dry that some law-abiding citizen went and bought a lawful gun and went and did this. Because for one, like I have several guns. If you ever stream in my room, I have guns on my wall, but I also know every gun that's in my house is tied to my name. So I'm not going to, nobody can borrow my guns. I'm not going to do anything that's going to be, sent back to my gun because I know it's registered to me. The problem is that you have what's called ghost guns. And these ghost guns are getting in the country by, some ways that we know, some ways that we don't. And they're getting into the hands of people who are gullible enough to go out and commit these crimes. My
Mm-hmm.
say, if you look at the shooting in Buffalo, somebody got to that young man. Somebody got to him and said, played on his mental because he had to have support. There's
Right.
no 18-year-old kid I know who is not a trust fund baby that has access to $7,000-8,000 worth of money to go blow on all of these different guns and ammunitions. So
Yep.
that somebody helped him.
Well, here's the deal too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand perfectly. If you're talking about getting rid of weapons in America from the American citizen, that is synonymous with two words: civil war.
Absolutely,
Hmm.
Mm, okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
There will be hell to pay for
Agreed.
coming in and I dare to say to be, I would be on the side of the ones that claim it like you're not going to take my guns away because what you're going to do is you're going to take all the law-abiding citizens' guns away. And to T's point, the people who are illegally getting the guns are still going to be illegally getting them. So
That's
now
Hmm.
you disarm the Americans that are law-abiding citizens and that can defend themselves against people who are getting them from Mexico or ghost guns that are coming in by our own government, or they're coming in however they're coming in. They're being manufactured in some places of Texas.
Yeah.
So
America's
well.
unfortunately too far gone in some regards to be saved.
Now, okay, and Kelly, and you're on it, and that's the unfortunate part about what I'm saying is that I feel like it's a boulder, it's a large boulder that cannot be moved. Okay, and I guess it's the optimistic person I am. And the mindsets of I still want to just try to chip away something. If I can't stop everything, I can at least stop
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, I
So,
mean, on the mental health side of it, a lot of the issues is that people are not getting help. Whether
Right.
it's a stigma to mental health counseling or a stigma for open up and telling somebody what's wrong, to even to state budget cuts and facilities being shut down. And these people that really, really need help and really need to be on medication are now on the streets or now in a family member home, and they not being treated correctly because somebody, for example, that may have schizophrenia and they have hallucinations, or they may have visual or auditory hallucination, and being told they need to kill somebody and they don't have no help, then that's what they're going to do. They're going to listen to the voices. So on the
So
mental health side, it's just budget state cuts are cutting out so much programs that people is either not getting help or they scared to be labeled crazy, and it's just nothing
Right.
out there.
So I'm glad you said that, Queen, because that's what I was going to say. The focus is on the wrong thing. So we have this war on drugs. How long have we been in this war on drugs? And it's still going on.
Forever.
So now you
We've
want to
never
start a
been on
war.
war.
You want to start a war on guns, but we're not focused on mental health. Maybe if we focus on something else other than, hey, let's stop focusing on the war on drugs. Well, let's get these people that are on drugs. Let's get them some mental health.
That's some
But
help.
Mental health
uh,
help.
Royalty, we not on. Again, as soon as you say that, whenever there's a mass shooting and one of these Caucasians shoot up the building and kill 165 people, it's mental health. When we do it, it's his upbringing. Look at him on TikTok. He's a weed smoker.
They threw that marijuana in there a
So
couple
true.
times. It really kind of ticked me off with the aspect. But y'all, I want to get us more time. We basically go into all of our topics, and so I'm
I
gonna
love
take
it.
a quick break. And like I said, that was not local and national news. And now I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna call it the nothing sequence. You know what I'm saying? I played my favorite last one, before, nothing can come between us. But now I actually going to do a nothing sequence, and I realized there's two other ones that fit in that same line. So I went back a little bit. I think it was, what year is this? 96. I think it might be around the time. I think it might be. It's all right there. 96, 97, y'all. Here is Lauren Hill. Nothing even matters. All right, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Rick.
Nothing even matters.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and say it, Kelly, because we cannot let them play because they will not be cutting me off today. I haven't seen nothing fall off the lines. All still chicks up there and everything.
Nothing really matters.
What is that? What is that, Tony? Troy, what are you showing us?
I was showing you the story that I found.
About, let's see.
Monkeypox.
Oh, okay. It's spreading among gay men worldwide.
Yeah, it was a real. I just wanted to let you know it was a real article, and there's also another one that's saying how to warn gay men about the risk of unprotected sex in the gay community with monkeypox.
How they do that?
Okay, so is it and okay, you said gay men, but what about gay women? I mean, did it say anything about that? I mean,
it not any of the articles I saw. It was just I think it was just homosexual men because of the unprotected sex with the anus. I guess I don't know, but I was just like
So we're not. So it's baboons.
You stop, Tony. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Boy, you know is a special kind of silly. Well, you silly with a cape. You're super silly.
I know.
Did they not say the same thing about HIV when it first came out?
They did.
Mm-hmm. They did. So that's why I was gonna research before I opened my mouth, but thank you, Queen, for doing that because it's crazy. Because it said okay, it's all of them. I remember this thing. I think it was in Africa, and in sense of it, you're basically saying it was just just like it did with this one, the same thing. Okay, it was there. If it's I think targeting or supposed to be targeting for them. I'm gonna have to research it more to understand exactly the ins and outs of this, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought it was not necessarily as sexually transmitted. That mean it could not be done sexually, but it wasn't its core and it wasn't its base and it wasn't how it existed.
I don't think it is an STD or something like that. I just think they're saying it's a higher
risk. Okay.
Is it because that particular genre, if you will, they're more promiscuous? Is that it?
I have no idea. I just read the article. Kind of interesting because I was
Because
like,
the kind of sex they have it don't matter. And that's commonplace today.
Baboons.
This song, boy.
This ain't about no monkeys.
It's a
This is
long
about
song.
baboons.
The baboon with the pink ass. Are you talking about
This ain't
those?
yeah, this ain't about the monkeys. This about the baboons on
No,
it.
but I think the ugliest thing is that rash. Have y'all seen those pictures
Mm-hmm.
of
Nope.
that mess?
Horrible.
Ooh, boy, 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 boy. I'm
It
telling
look
you.
like baboons.
I mean, it looks like a huge warts. I mean, it looks crazy. I don't know how to deal with that
Oh,
situation.
oh,
Oh,
oh, I know
oh,
this is a side note, but when you get a chance, uh, can you look up, it's called crocodile with a K and another K. It's a drug that these people are taking, mainly, I believe, in Europe. Boy, just look it up. Crocodile with a K where the C's are. And look at those pictures.
oh
I'm
wow.
scared to even look that up.
Look
No,
at the
I,
I'm very
I've
Yeah.
serious.
I've
Yeah.
I've
I would
seen
have
that.
read
I've
with
seen
Silent
that. Yeah.
K's
All
like
right, I'm gonna end
That
this
on
song a
your
little early because I
stick
want
has
us to get to these topics. So y'all, I'll be right back. 1 second. Let's get over in
Look
this.
it up, y'all. Y'all gonna be amazed. I've never seen them like this. It look like Night of the Living Dead.
oh Lord.
They're serious.
Hey, Kings and Queens, this is Reese
Crocodile.
Roy on Little Riley Radio with the Royal Truth, and that was Nothing Even Matters with Lauren Hill and D'Angelo. And we're back here with our show. We went through our local and our national news, and if no one doesn't remember, we're going to throw it back up here one more time for you. Our question of the day: with monkeypox growing rapidly and the new strand of COVID, do you think we will have another shutdown? So far, the Truth Squad has come with a no. We didn't shut down the first time, and we ain't shutting down the second time. So that's what kind of agreement we're coming with it. If you agree, let us know. If you don't, please interact with us and let you know what your feelings are on that. But now, our topic of the you know, I picked it. What's trending? Let me go ahead and mess with it. I'm gonna go ahead and mess with it now. I'm gonna go ahead and give its legs because I wanna because I watched the viral. I watched it, you all. So my mind was like, okay, what's going on with her? But gospel singer Miss Kim Burrell faces backlash after calling out broke and ugly congregation members. Now she already had a little problem beforehand when she was messing with the gays. So this time now she's actually going in a little bit harder on the congregation. Now, y'all, I don't know if you took the time when I said it to you to go and watch it, but I did watch it. And the way they got these quotes up here, you all, you're not the one that really got me, really the one that hit hard. The PPP one wasn't as hard as they trying to say that. I don't think it was. I think it was kind of like trying to show she was a Republican or did she like Trump? I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. But when she said, "Who likes to be told that you're ugly?" No one likes to be told that. You know what I'm saying? She said, "I ain't found anyone tonight to say that God is great. I ain't found anyone yet to say you're ugly." I mean, if you watched her say these words and how she was saying it, it was crazy. And then she went and said, and she did. So sometimes before we get friends, we have to do an interview. How long have you been broke? How many times have you changed the name of your light bill? How many bills are in your little cousin's name? I mean, and she was in the congregation going, and then she went even harder, saying like, and when the ugly part she mentioned about most people are covering up with their hats, and a woman that was sitting behind her side grabbing her head. I'm thinking Kim Burrell went in and started so much havoc for no reason. I had to mention it only because I do not understand. This is okay. I'm gonna say why I mentioned y'all. I'm gonna say clarify really quick. The only reason I mention this is the second time someone who I admire, someone who I like for their talent, for their art. Monique, I love her talent. I think she is funny when she focuses on the stories and not focus on going on somebody else. I think she's funny. Kim Burrell, I love her voice. I love her jazzy gospel feel. I think she's amazing, but it seemed like I want both these women to keep their mouths shut.
Rick,
Anybody got a feel on it? Who's
laugh?
talking? Tony, who's it?
Did you laugh, Reese?
Did I laugh at what she said?
Yes.
It was more cringing than laughter, if I say that. It wasn't that I didn't really laugh at her with it. It was like it sounded that the person you knew, they was like, oh, will somebody get that woman off, get that mic out of her hand. It's somebody that you knew that you don't want them to make a fool of themselves. So I didn't laugh at her because I think it was kind of disrespectful. Very, very, very disrespectful. The things that she said. The way she was saying it in this man's church. The
I
PPP line was not that big. I didn't really care about that one.
offended.
So what now?
I agree with her. If you ain't ugly, then you shouldn't be offended. But most people have low self esteem, so they take stuff so personal. You know, I'm a comedian, so I'm my job is to bring laughter. I'm gonna mess with some folks, and if it don't, if the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't, why you tripping? The problem is that she's held to such a high standard because she's a pastor. She's not supposed to be able to say anything that offends anybody, and that's just bogus because she's not perfect. She's a human being. She thought it was funny. She wasn't trying to hurt nobody's feelings. She didn't point nobody to the audience and say, "Girl, you ugly." Like, so why everybody so offended is beyond me. Now, when she targeted homosexuals and said what she said, yeah, there's a reason why people should be offended because she made it a personal thing to target homosexuals. But I mean, to say there's some ugly people in here or some PPP loan people in here, I mean, that's people just expect her to be perfect. You know, I don't agree with everything she does, but I also think people are too damn sensitive too.
Anybody got something to say before I say something back to Troy? Cause you know I will. Go ahead.
Well,
Somebody say something.
I'll say this. You know how I am on stage. I don't care what they feel. So I feel I'm with Troy. Everybody's human. And some people, this is the most softest generational era I've ever seen in my life. Everything is it's just a crybaby era. Everything is a crybaby. Even down to basketball. They don't even want to do. We used to play if you bleed and that's when it counts. They cry because you got a scratch. No, man, it's just a waste of time. It's a headache.
So you feel like everyone's jumping on her case again for no reason.
I
Is
think
that what you're
everyone
saying?
jumps on everybody's case because they that soft now. Everything,
It don't matter.
everybody's the real men and the real women are being pushed out the way because they want the soft people to be in charge of things for the next agenda. You got a world full of soft people, you can control something.
Well, it's like taking
Okay.
away it's like taking away your freedom of speech.
Right.
Right. It's like, come on, we got freedom of speech, but we really can't say what we want to say because somebody's feelings are hurt.
Right. Oh my God.
I
You
stay in
guys
Facebook jail.
ugly. We ugly. It's like shut up.
Well, you heard my man Dave Chappelle, the great Dave,
Mm-hmm.
and they tried to cancel Dave.
Now, see, now, okay. You know what? At first, I was about to like lay into them two down there, and then I have to relieve to go back because of what he just said. Because I don't care what Dave Chappelle says, I'm cool with it. I don't care how he say it, I'm cool with it. So that makes me kind of a hypocrite with what I was about to say because when I look at her, I like her. I just looked at when I saw her doing it. I'm not sensitive because she ain't hurt my feelings. I'm not ugly, and as well as and I'm not broke. And as far as her situation, if she's talking about, she's going on the congregation. I guess I just thought it was in bad taste. Do I care? No. I don't care. But I
Well,
just said it's a bad taste.
but even Dave Chappelle, since you brought him up, even with Dave Chappelle, if you noticed on one of his more recent shows, he brought up that where he was told that he was targeting a certain genre of people, but he explained himself. He said, "Well, it wasn't that I was targeting them. It's just a story that I had in my life, and they just so happened to be
Right.
in that genre." So,
Listen,
I mean,
I'll
I
Are
say
like
you
this.
talking about that female killed herself? That one?
The
This is
male that
something else.
killed himself.
The
yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
who?
it was a transgender. Yes,
Right.
yes,
What
yeah.
transition? Which way were they going? To the boy or to the girl side? Which one?
To the
I
girl
don't
side.
know.
Male to female.
Male to female. Okay,
You know,
got it.
like when
All
you
right.
trying to put one of those Jackson sign in your phone and it's a male to female. It was a male to female.
Right.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Kelly P. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime.
When it comes to her, yeah, I feel like she do have freedom of speech. Everybody has freedom of speech. However, sometimes we have to recognize the platform that we on. I don't see nothing
Yes.
that she
Thank
said
you.
was wrong. However, the time and place
And
she
Tony.
said it wasn't the right time because she sits on a high platform because everybody is looking at her. I mean, what she said ain't nothing that we probably would never said behind, to our family, to our friends. However, sometimes when we step into that role of being a public figure, you do have to be controlled on what you say and how you say it. Because nothing wrong with what she said, maybe she could have said it a little bit better at the platform that she was at that
Right.
time.
See, so can I say something on what she just said, bro?
Yeah,
She
go
said
ahead.
the platform that she's at. That's what gets me, because that's how some of these people got to where they got to begin with, because
Right.
they were so open, because they said anything. Dave Chappelle, if he didn't do the skits that he did, I don't think he would be where he is today. And
Right.
now, since he's such a big figure, now it's a problem. But it wasn't a problem when he first started out.
Long
That's
as
how he
Dave,
got to where he got to.
as long as Dave Chappelle was talking and saying nigga this and nigga that, and wasn't dealing with anything other than the comedy that lended itself, excuse me, toward us, it was okay.
Mhm.
But the
Well,
second when any comedian start dealing with another gender or white people, they ride in on civil rights, which is a whole nother subject. They ride in on that coattail and try to use that as a vehicle to justify and say, well, we gonna cancel you because you can't say nothing. Like he's saying that the baby murdered a whole man. If you saw the piece, and then he came back to talk about, but I said something about them and it hurts their feelings. We getting massacred out here. Black
yeah,
people being shot by all of this stuff that's happening. We say something about that you don't like. Oh
Right.
my God. Stop.
I mean, well, we are such an opinionated nation, so that's not being surprised that we don't. I mean, half the news that we do have, we wouldn't have is on someone giving their opinion op-ed, their opinion on someone else's view of what they have done. Y'all want to keep it moving a little bit faster here because I want to get to this because this was the hottest thing for me this weekend. This is the San Diego Comic-Con 2022, and I have to play the song that I moved everybody on Saturday and Sunday. It was one of the songs. I should have played the other one, but I want to play this one because this is what they ended up on. So right now, I'm gonna give you a little bit of Kendrick Lamar, All Right, and then we're gonna come back in here and we're gonna talk about entertainment and announcements.
So, but
All
I
right.
mean, okay, True Squad. So, but for real though, like, because that just hit a. Aisha, you brought up something, and it hit a button of mine. I mean, because
Yeah, I can
if
tell
if,
you
if, if
you're a little angry. You got a little angry.
think about the Breakfast Club and Charlemagne the God or whatever. It's like when they were first starting out. Of course, everybody was like, "Oh man, Charlemagne is like." He just going in on anybody. He's saying any and everything, and that's what got them their ratings. It boosted them. Now he's famous, and now if Charlemagne goes out of pocket, now he's wrong. Now he's bad. But Charlemagne has been doing that from day one,
From day one.
Okay.
Exactly.
and so that's why I just don't agree with once a person gets on a certain platform or a pedestal, now they got to be held to different standards. Why?
Let me say this. The issue that we're not Dave Chappelle is the wrong comedian for us to have this type of conversation. See, the issue is Dave Chappelle got on as far, let's say, race wise. Black folks, no matter how we try to sugarcoat it or whatever, we did not get Dave Chappelle where he is. We didn't even deal with Dave Chappelle. I know because I was a fan.
I was a fan.
I was a fan of Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle had a long way to go, and we didn't support him to get there.
That's
I
true.
supported him since the clumps. Now, hold up. I'm supporting him
Since the
since the
clumps.
clumps.
That's as far.
Yes,
Since the close,
Way
I've
before the
been with Dave
clumps.
Chappelle.
He's
Man,
way before the clumps.
I've
huh?
been with Dave
No,
Chappelle 20
that
years.
was one of
Right.
his
He's
biggest. I mean, but no,
way.
I'm just saying me, man. I'm just saying when he was,
Man,
when he
I'm
looked
saying
like
even
crazy,
closer.
he was looking crazy in that movie. I was with him since then.
He's
Since,
been in comedy since he was 15 years old.
You
right.
told the
He's
Right.
been
story.
in for a long time.
So Tony B,
Yes.
I'm gonna use you. So
That's what I was going to use.
local celebrity,
Mm-hmm.
you're doing what you do. You're awesome at it. You're great. Um, you have status in a few states, but not national yet.
Right.
And I'm saying yet because we're positive here. So when you get to that platform, and now you're being ridiculed and you're being criticized and you're being all these different things because you're trying to be true to your art, to your craft. You're being the same person. You're being you. But now what do? Because now that's going to start to mess with your mental state. When you get it from all ends and all areas, why that's what I'm getting at. Why does it have to be different? You see what I'm saying? And now, is that going to make Tony B change his ways?
Not me, because they're not going to let me get that far. I'm going to end up being behind the scenes. I already know that, because see, what you're asking is, well, am I willing to compromise for what they define a position to be? You know, a lot of times, like, leadership comes down to having a backbone. And then when you tell me that they are the ones that we're going on their definition, I can't go on their definition when I know what a leader's supposed to be. And if you're trying to water me down as a leader,
on Little Raleigh Radio with the Royal Truth, and we are back. And this is
remember, there's always the double standard.
Right here, we're about to get started.
Absolutely.
That was also in that beginning point. That's why I'm actually excited about it. That was Kendrick Lamar. All right. But reason why I'm excited about it, because it's going straight into entertainment. And our entertainment today, man, you all, I'm excited about it because I know it reached everybody. My son's emotions he doesn't react, and he finally reacted to it, because that's what took all of us. And I was going to have it for us today, but I couldn't get it. The Black Panther trailer was all that. Some of that, any of that, it was because anybody, come on, y'all.
I don't think I saw it.
You didn't see it?
You got to go look at it.
That's
You have to go and look at it. So it was so good.
Yeah,
made me
trailer
so mad, because now
no spoiler alerts.
No spoiler alerts. It was so good that it made me mad, because give any spoilers. I mean, I looked at some YouTube videos afterwards, and they tried to give some spoilers, but they really weren't spoilers, because the actual trailer is still they're not gonna show it. So right. We still, to this day, right now, even with the trailer, we don't know who Black Panther is gonna actually be, but it just made you want to see it even more.
Kind of know, but.
You kind of know. You kind of know.
But there's going to be a twist to it.
Yeah, it's got to be some type of twist to it. They did. Oh my God, that funeral scene, y'all. That white.
I just said. It's okay. See, playing my emotions. I just saying no damn spoilers. And he don't say. I just said.
Sorry. And you lucky, because I have a 12-second. I had a 12-second preview to show you all, but look, I couldn't get that to play. But guess what? I did. I was able to get this on here. Hold on, let me show y'all this real quick.
It was a great night.
Yes, it was a great show. It was a great show.
I didn't get it like that, but no, I did a little bit myself.
Joy, see what I'm saying? You're not an engineer, and you would have never allowed that to happen. You see what happens when you're not over us anymore?
Was that a poll?
You got to text HR. Okay,
I'm gonna talk to HR, because that was just out of order, Troy. That was out of order.
But I just said, strip a pole.
I mean, you know, good times. I caught that moment. It was that little 12-second moment. I said, look, what could if I can't get the video I want to put up here, if I can't see Wakanda Forever, I'm gonna at least, I'm gonna let y'all get that.
Hey, Troy, see, you taking my spot now, Troy. I'm the one that's usually eating on the show.
Right.
And you're chowing down right in
the Hey, you over there, and I know you can cook.
What you eat?
What you cook?
Everybody go follow my page, Blonde Bearded Chef, on IG. Go check it out. Shameless Blonde Bearded Chef. You'll see what I've been up to, meals, upcoming stuff that I'm doing.
In the background. What are you eating? Hi. All right. Look at the baby.
Oh, look at my best friend. Hey, best friend.
Oh.
Look at the baby.
Is that the grandbaby?
Oh, yeah, that's the grandbaby.
Oh,
grandbaby.
Look at that. Look at that. Let's put it. I'm sorry to get it big, so everybody see that big boy. Look at him.
Oh.
Look at it.
Yeah.
See, what's up? Say hi. Got them serious.
Yeah.
That smile. That smile. That smile. Oh, it's so sweet. Yo, man. No, but go ahead.
Man, you know I'm a busy guy, so I got to multitask. I can get my meal in and talk crap with Reese. That's a perfect evening.
Can't beat it.
Y'all, but now who paid attention, if anything? Everybody saw Black Panther, but did y'all pay attention to anything else when it came to Comic Con?
Yeah, it's a spoiler.
What is a spoiler?
So like,
Hey, let's see what's going on here. What's going on? Hey, what's up? Then look, then you got Desiree. You got a lot on your hands right now.
Hey, I'm a grandma, right?
Yeah, you got a lot on your hands right now. But y'all, another thing that was awesome, if you didn't see Comic-Con, is that finally knowing we're going to get another Avengers movie. It's going to be May 2nd, 2025, but it's going to be Kang Dynasty. And the reason why I think this is awesome, you all, and y'all think so, is because it won't be like they did last time. Thanos was a black man, and then they changed it to Josh, and Josh Brolin took over that role. This time, the villain will be that one black man, Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors is going to be at least 3 different Kangs in this movie. And this man is one of my favorite actors. He is so amazing. He don't have any social media platform, but Jonathan Major, who's going to be Kang, is going to be tearing this movie up May 2nd, 2025, y'all. So
are you hoping we're gonna see Iron Man? That's what I'm hoping for.
Now you won't see Iron Man until, like you just said, until we get to here, when we get to Secret Wars. Now, when we get to Secret Wars November 7th, 2025, that's when you're probably going to see Chris Evans. You're going to see Scarlett Johansson. You're going to see Tony Starks. You'll probably see Patrick come back, Patrick Stewart. So it's a possibility for anything in Secret Wars, because that's going to be, if you don't know about it, that's when they bring them all together, and that's when that's going to be a crazy, crazy ride within itself. So,
They're going to be coming back as their current role, or just showing the past roles? Like, are they bringing them back?
They're variants. There'll be variants of themselves.
Yeah. Because they're dead in real life. So
right. So essentially, it's going to be variants.
They messing up the books.
What messing up what books? What are you talking
Comic
about?
books.
Well, no, that's kind of what happened in the past. Now, for real.
Right, but you know how they messing up the comics. If you're a real comic book fan, you know how they messing up the comics. They catering to the people who never were comic book fans to make that dollar.
Some of them are, some not.
Tony just be letting it all out. He be telling the
truth. I don't like sugarcoating it.
Well, I mean, that's not true though. It's just him being an a-hole right now, because it's not true.
I'm keeping it 100. The new movie industry is catering to the number one people who used to down comic books.
That's true.
So now they're catering to them and messing up all out. First of all, Black Panther, they stopped the whole number one marriage of Black Panther and Marion Storm. Once they did that, I don't care what they doing with any forms of comic books.
I love my man. I do, but I need him to get better with information on those situations. That Storm situation you talked about, which was in 2012, when they actually got married in the comics, they got rid of that, annulled that so quickly. It was unfortunate because it was messed up how they did that situation. But I have to say, I like some of the changes they make and in the MCU versus the comics, because it was correcting some of the mistakes that actually were there. And one good example of that is it was not the greatest Disney Plus show, Miss Marvel, but it did give them a chance to correct something they wanted to, because Miss Marvel was supposed to have been an X-Men. A mutant when she was created, but because of rights, Fox owning the X-Men at the time, they made her a Inhuman, and that was a bad idea, but that's what they did in the comics, and she still was successful. So they got to correct it in this MCU world, and that's something I enjoy. So, like you said, now we finally came together on the Thor. I came together with you on the Thor. Now
we didn't come together on the Thor. Let's say it right. I let you know Thor sucked, and you said, okay, it did.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Are you talking about Love and Thunder?
Yes. He was.
Well, I haven't seen it yet. Let me tell you something.
He promoted the mess out of this Thor, and when I saw it, Hurt my feelings.
Why you think it?
Don't tell me nothing.
Okay,
Don't look
we'll
at it.
jump
I'm
to the
gonna tell
next
you
subject.
that.
We'll jump here. We'll jump away because the next subject I was gonna bring up anyway is gonna be the box office numbers this weekend. Nope. Jordan Peele is doing his thing. The last time this he set a record, and the last time this record was set, it was set by him with his movie Us. So he is doing his thing with this movie. I don't know if it's good or not. Has anyone seen it?
Nope.
It's pretty good.
Okay, that's good comeback. Love that.
It's pretty good.
Thor is number 2 with 22 million minions. I have not seen that yet with 17 million. Where the Crawdads sings, I don't know. Is that a cartoon? I'm not sure. That's 10 million, and of course, and Top Gun Maverick as another
Top
2
Gun
million.
was awesome.
I haven't seen that either. I'm not a Tom
Oh,
Cruise
we.
fan, so I don't think I'll probably see it.
Did you see the first one?
I didn't see any of them.
Oh well, then.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. If you weren't back in that genre where you watched Top Gun 1,
Yeah, one was
you
good.
wouldn't
Yeah,
even
I
think
haven't.
about going to see Top Gun,
No,
2. But
No.
awesome movie.
man, I felt like I was in the airplane. I mean, not an airplane. It wasn't no airplane. You know what I mean? It was the rock. It was a fighter ship. That's it.
Anything with airplanes, I got to go and see. Even though it's a Navy movie, Air Force. Still got to go and see it. Plus, I'm a Tom Cruise fan. I know, bro, you're not too fond of, but I think he's decent. I was thinking about that the other day. You think about where this guy has came from, back to risky business,
risky business.
and then
Eyes wide
also
shut.
Kelly P. It's unfortunate with the situation with Val Kilmer.
Yeah,
and
man.
with him going through cancer and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, and he doesn't have a voice, and but he was a great actor as well.
But they did a great job how they included him in it. I like the way they did that.
Oh, see, y'all, spoilers. I didn't know Val Kilmer was in Top Gun, but
You ain't
okay.
gonna look at
I'm just playing.
you're not going to see it.
Right.
You're not
Right.
going to see it.
I'm not going to go see it. We're very right on that. You're so right on that. But
And
now,
so
y'all,
we'll
because
just have to sit in my movie theater at my house and watch it. I'm gonna make you watch.
okay, yeah, there we go. And it's time for yes, y'all. It's time for the Roy announcements, and this is kind of cool because these announcements are going to include actually almost everybody on the panel, to some extent, and that's kind of a cool way to go down with this at this point. The first thing I want to bring to your announcements on my end here is Love and Laughter at Pier 34, July 30th at 9 p.m. Cover charge is 6, VIP is 10. You can go to Eventbrite right now and get the tickets. My special guest for this night will be Juwan Cat, who didn't make it to the show today. I'll find out why. But another person who's being featured in the show is Mateo, an awesome young R&B artist I'm checking out. And another guy is the bearded chef is going to be there, man. Troy G. Troy G is going to be making the stage on that night as well. And we're going to be performing a song that I'm going to end the show with today. So definitely come and check us out if you can make it out there. Pier 34, Goldsboro, North Carolina. And on August 12th, we will be having our second show at Love and Laughter at the House in Durham. It's going to be a special guest this night. It's going to be Seti P. I call him my cousin because he's so cool. They got Wally L and Stand Back Music all also showing into the show.
No nap. They said they backstage.
Say who in there?
Somebody put a message that said no nap.
Oh, wait a minute. There you go. What's up, man? Did you make it? I didn't know what happened to you.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Yeah, you know what? Let's go back because y'all know that is. I ain't got a picture for you though, man. Where are you?
Let me see.
Okay, I think
y'all
you're
can't see
out
me
now.
Is that Kelly P? Is that Iridium? Is that an Iridium watch?
Okay, no, it ain't. He's gone now because it must have did something. I'm not sure. He'll be coming back. But y'all, let's get back into that. I went back there because I thought he'd be able to speak about what he's going to do that night and all that, but he's not with us. I'll wait till he comes back. And now, Queen, what you got to say about this right here?
Y'all, we coming back. We're coming back on the runway, August 13th. Doors open up at 7. I'm always excited when I get to go home. But we're going back home to Douglas Center in Southern Pines. And If you have never been to one of our shows, you missing out because we have us a ball out there in the floor and out there and back in the back. So come out, Rip the Runway, Summer Takeover Edition. We will have vendors. We will have live performers. Reese is one of our performers. We will have models. We will have giveaways at the door as well as giveaways and playing games throughout the show. So come out. It's for a good cause. We're collecting school supplies. I've already partnered up with the local church out here to do a back to school event in one of the neighborhoods out here where we're going to have a DJ and give out these school supplies. So as much as we have fun, it is for a good cause. So come on out, have fun, watch me walk the runway only twice, and then see everybody else. But it's going to be a great night. I'm excited. I'm always excited when the True Squad come out to my country neck of the woods out there for the show. So I'm excited to have Reese as a performer and a model. I even got Tony B out there going to be modeling out there. So I don't know, Troy, you haven't even come and sing, but we'll talk about that later when we discuss some business this week, though. But come on out. Come on out. Coming out is for a very good cause. And I'm excited because I will be coming back out to Durham the 12th.
Okay. I'm loving that. Now, our next thing is if you want to finally see me do a concert or at least a nice long set, I will be doing a full set on August 19th at the Michelle's Elegant Event. Mad as Hell comedy show. We have JD Stratton, we have White Owl, we have Jay Durrell, and we have Queen Aaliyah is the headliner that night. But Reese is going to open the show, give you a nice little about 6 or 7 songs. So if you want to come check me out on August 19th, Michelle Elegant Events Place, Mad as Hell comedy show. Come check us out. But then, I think he disappeared, so I don't know where he went. But then I'll go ahead and mention about we're going to be back at 11 left at Pier 34 and England AF Takeover. Okay, it's August 27th. We're going to be down there with this team. I told them they get to control the whole show. I'm just going to be their gopher. I'm going to do what they need me to do, but they're going to be taking control of this show. So this show is going to be on August 27th, 9 o'clock at the doors, Goldsboro, North Carolina. And our last show for August is Love and Laughter at the Haymaker. Our debut in Raleigh finally, and I don't know where he went. That's supposed to be his line right now. There you go. Hey, and Tony, this is your time to shine. Tell us about it.
It's at the Haymaker. Come see us be stupid.
Come see us be stupid. Okay, hey, that works for me. Hey, come see us be stupid. Yes, August 31st, the Raleigh debut, y'all. Come please and check us out there and then see. I'm sure Tony's gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna try to sing for you and make you feel some love. So love and laughter, y'all. Come and check us out.
Seems to me I can't come to none of this.
Well, we're gonna set you in at some point now. We know we're gonna have to. We have no choice. We have no choice.
Know what? That's that. You know what that is? That's that bullshit right there. That's what that is.
I wrote somebody you won't like it. Here you go. Okay. See, love, y'all.
Bullshit. Yes, it is.
Got me messed up. Okay, well, look, y'all, we did go over a little bit, but it was worth it because I got a chance with this is the extended Troop Squad here because you got all of us on the outside, but in the middle here, Kelly P, Troy G. I appreciate them so much for finally making it back to the show. They never are not part of us. They're just doing their thing and coming back every now and again, but we're holding it down the full time. Now, you all. It is that time. I did a good job. I did all right. We did go with about 15, but it was worth it because I feel like we really gave a good show. The Queen got to take us home with her voice. But right now, since Tony disappeared, I'm going to go ahead and let Kelly P. Troy, do y'all have a last word you want to give anybody before we get to the Queen? Troy, do you have something for us?
Hey, I just want to tell everybody, stay positive, man. Don't forget about your dreams and your hopes, your admirations, everything that you're trying to accomplish. Don't let what's going on around you stop you from getting to where you're trying to be. I love you. We love you. We hope y'all had a good time tonight. And come support us in all our events. We love to see you, meet you, greet you. Go follow Blonde Bearded Chef on IG.
You're going to get a plug. Now, Kelly P,
Yeah.
what's the last word for us, brother?
Well, from the onlyest Kelly P. Ain't another one on the planet other than me, baby.
Not another.
Not another one. Let me just say this to you. Be good to yourselves and do unto others as you would have others do unto you. And be careful with that word do unto. I just keep it clean when you say do, okay?
Okay.
Be nice, regardless of whom or what. It's the way to be. Karma is real. And she will bite your ass so hard you think a Rottweiler was on you.
That's right. There you go. There you go. Now, all right, now and then bro, what you got to say?
All right, bro. You know, I usually end the show with a quote. This isn't one from you this time, but this is something that I tell some of my people that work with me, for me, or what have you. But if you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you.
Love it.
Like
I love
that.
it.
I like that.
Mm.
Yes,
When,
yes,
when the
yes.
student is ready, the teacher will appear. Come on.
And I'm gonna leave. Actually, I'm gonna have any words because I'm gonna actually leave the show with a song that's gonna be my words for today. So Queen, I'm gonna let you take us home, and then I'm gonna just give them that last song.
Okay, guys. Well, as always, it's so good to hear Kelly P and to hear and see Troy. So thank you guys for joining us on tonight. It's nothing better to having all of us on here. So miss you guys. But
Oh, that was
so the
Peace.
word, so to get through, and then that was Araya telling y'all what she wanted to say. Okay. Um, the thing for this week that is that you cannot have a test. Can I have a testimony without a test? There you go. Sorry, she made me lose my thought. You cannot have a testimony without a test. So everything that we going through, all the struggles that we might be going through when it seems like things are not going right and doors are being closed, you cannot have a testimony without a test. So just ride it out, stand strong. And when you get over that hump, the rainbow and the blessings is just on the other side. So if nobody didn't tell you this week that they love you, the Royal True Squad, I love you guys. Until next week, well, 2 weeks from now. And then see y'all in Durham.
Yes, yes, yes. Please come out and reach us out in Durham, Goldsboro, and Raleigh of
And
all
Raleigh.
aspects. So we're gonna end this with something I can end it with automatically that I own. This is Throne by Reese Royal. Come and claim your throne. So in turn, you all, we love you all. We'll see you all in 2 weeks, the 8th. Is that what it is? All right now.
Yep.
Peace and love.
Bye, guys.
peace.
Later.